Well, hello, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Boring Guy Plays, and welcome back to Tomb Raider Remastered. Hope you enjoyed the first few episodes. I've certainly enjoyed having a bit of a revisit to, what has been a classic game and definitely a crucial part of my childhood. And today we find ourselves in the Lost Valley, which I think is where, while definitely City of Vilcabamba is my favorite level, I think Lost Valley is where the sort of setting starts to get really interesting on a more macro level. So we have just climbed down to the bottom of what looks like a waterfall of some sort. We've killed a few wolves, and we've got an opening over here that we will head into as well. And we have another wolf on the way, which I think we should be able to, kill it off from the relative safety of in here. And and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we'll find a few more wolves in here. Yes, we will indeed. Actually, a few. I'm not sure if I can as easily get back over that slope. Oh, there we go. Nice and simple there. And yeah, let's make our way on. My dog is lying by himself on the couch, which I think is the first time I've really left him unattended. And I think this is going to be the most nervous 30 minutes of my life as I record this. I'm hoping when I finish and take off the headset that my house hasn't been eaten. Oops. I believe we need to climb up here. Now, the goal of what we're trying to achieve on this level is to pick up some cogs to activate some sort of mechanism, which I probably should have gone and showed you first, but I didn't. We're here, and we've got some Velociraptors. What is that? What's that all about? As I mentioned, the the environment starts to get more interesting on a more macro level once we get to this level. And it's because we start to see stuff like that. We start to see Velociraptors. I'm sure... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I'm sure there was a second one here. And there was indeed. Perfect. And here, once we pass under this broken bridge, is where we really start to get to one of those sort of set pieces, I think, in the game. Cool. And here it is. We've got a T-Rex on its way. Is going to try and take us out. Oh, God. Oh, hang on. I don't recall the bosses having... Oh! Yeah, I'm not sure how I managed to die there. This is actually not the first time I play through this level, which I'll talk about the reason for that in a few moments. But yeah, that was not ideal, to be honest. Considering, as you can see, we're pretty much getting through this boss, absolutely fine without taking any damage now. So there's that, I guess. We might just keep our guns out in case we have any more Velociraptors coming our way, which I believe we do have one or two more. So yeah, this is my second time playing through this. I think you probably mentioned a few times over the last couple of episodes me mentioning having some issues with the sluggish controls and things not quite reacting the way that I thought they should, especially in relation to like the look and the walk button, which I'm demonstrating now. And it turns out I wasn't imagining things, but it wasn't the fault of the game. I have a Xbox Elite controller Series 2, which I think I've mentioned before. And as it turns out, it's actually a common defect with this controller to have the bumpers stop responding properly or stop working correctly. And it turns out it was actually that, wasn't the game. So I apologize to Lara for, well, that was great, for claiming that she had, lost some responsiveness in her old age. Whereas it turns out it was actually the bumpers were going on my controller. So, oh man, I think I actually had it right the first time. I just didn't have or didn't quite have Lara positioned correctly. So I ended up taking apart my controller, sort of hacking at the faceplate to get it off. It was actually quite a Frankenstein-like experience. It's definitely looking a little bit worse for wear now, but took off the faceplate. Oh no. Not doing well, am I? As I was saying, hacked off the faceplate, left some war wounds and stuff on the front of the unit. It doesn't look the best now, but took the faceplate off, attacked the switches for the bumpers with some isopropyl alcohol as we reach Secret 1 for this level, and gave them a good scrub with a cotton tip. And yeah, they now seem to be a lot better than they were before. So we've got a few different bits and pieces over here at Secret 1. There was, I think, a medipack back there, which we'll just go pick up. And we actually had some Magnum clips as well there that I just missed. Oops. So there we go. That is Secret 1 out of the way. I did miss a secret in the City of Vilcabamba level. I am aware of that. But I'm going to really focus on getting the rest of the secrets out for this game as we go on through the levels, and hopefully talk you through getting them as well. I might even potentially put out just like a short shorts series on YouTube, and just to give you a sort of shortcut to how to get them. I actually forgot to go into the temple. We went on top, but I almost forgot to go inside. So this should be where we pick up the first cog that we need to get that mechanism moving I mentioned that we would need to be looking at. I don't think we've got any pickups in here at all. No, it looks fine. So we will jump into this pool. We'll head down there. Pick up a cog. Fantastic. And we've unlocked a little bit of slightly creepy music as well. Alrighty, now we're going to head into this this hole in the wall that I was looking at before. Which I believe should take us to the broken bridge that we walked under as we got to the T-Rex fight. Might as well just have a quick small medkit here as well, because we've taken a little bit of damage. What did we take damage from? Was it from the falls that we've found ourselves doing? I think it might have been. All right. So I think we need to do a running jump to grab onto this. Nice. Can we just drop down here? Yeah, we can. Perfect. And we're pretty safe in doing it. Now, there is, I believe, 2 secrets here, which we will go and get now. So I think we've got one. This is nice and accessible over here. It is some shotgun shells. And we also have one actually up near that large waterfall, which I think that's where we need to go up there. Yeah. Oh. Maybe it isn't because I'm struggling to do anything. Okay, there we go. And I think we can actually, yeah, make our way across here. We should be able to pull ourselves up. And we find ourselves picking up some more shotgun shells. There certainly is a bit of a focus on shotgun shells so far this level, isn't there? I don't think we can jump up there, can we? No, that's just some of that nice environmental skyboxing, which we didn't have. And I've actually forgotten to talk about that. I wanted to talk about it. Once we get back out here in a sec. I wanted to talk about this skybox. How good is this? The Lost Valley is actually outdoors. Of course, it is, you know, somewhere in the Himalayas or Peru. So this would be, of course, very hidden type terrain. But if we switch back to old school, look, we've got no skybox. It's just blackness. And some people said they don't like the fact that you can see outdoors. They thought it might have been like an underground valley or something like that. But I really like showing you that you actually are part of the real world and not, you know, hidden somewhere. Just had to step away from my computer to check on my dog, but he is still well asleep. He is completely unconscious, which is a very greyhound thing. They don't surprisingly actually do much. You might think that they are out and about running and wanting to go everywhere, but no, they're actually like they're, you know, 10, 20 minutes running around and then they're done. Then don't talk to them. They will sleep the rest of the day. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the final cog we need to look for is up here somewhere. Yes, there it is. Perfect. And we've got the creepy music once again. I'm going to take a shortcut here and hopefully not die. Actually, we can just do this, can't we? I don't think there's anything through this this waterway. I think this is just going to the double waterfall near those secrets. But we'll check it out anyway, just to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. But no, it looks like we're back here. All right, so I'm going to head back to the waterfall at the beginning of the level where we fought those 2 wolves, and I will catch you then. I thought I might actually show you the actual process of getting back over those rocks, just in case you're playing through yourself and you're not sure how to get back over. Yeah, no, I'm trying to safety drop, but I don't really need to. All right, so we're going to head back up to the top of the waterfall where we started off. And when we came out, we went right, and instead we are going to head left. Now, the first time I recorded this, when I was having the issues with my controller and the walk buttons not working, it took me like 4 times to get this working correctly, which is sort of part of the reason why I just decided to re-record the whole thing once I realized what the issue was, because it took a lot of time and probably wasn't that, all that enjoyable watching me flail around trying to make jumps. It's much easier now that I've cleaned up the controller, so I'm really happy about that. All right, so we've now found ourselves with a wall with some cogs on it, some water running, what looks like some sort of floodgate there, and this is, I guess, the real meat and bones of what we're doing in this level. So if we head on over to the cog wall, I'll just show you, we've actually got, you can probably notice 3 missing cogs there. And if we try and activate this now, what we'll notice is that, the first few trying to turn, they're slipping, and of course they're not connecting up with the rest of the mechanism. So luckily we've got 3 machine cogs here, which we can insert and hopefully fix that. All right, so we can now head over to the switch, pull it, and it's still a bit of a janky animation, but if we head back over to the bridge, we will notice something's changed. So that floodgate has actually closed off, and the path that will head back down to the waterfall at the beginning of the level is now actually sealed off and is dry. So before we go too much further though, there are 2 secrets here that we need to have a look at. So we'll head over in this direction and drop ourselves off, make a little shimmy across. We can see the waterfalls sort of hitting the ground and running down some rocks, which are actually solid. We can just land on those. And if we land on those, make our way around here. We've got a med pack. I don't know if I heard the secret tone go there. I've got my game volume turned down a little bit because of the whole unattended dog situation. So I'm assuming I got that secret, but I may not have. Now, I don't think we can jump back up here. No, so we're actually going to need to dive down here. Now that the floodgate is actually closed, so previously I didn't actually show it off, but if we were to drop into this water before, we would just be washed down to the waterfall and chucked off the waterfall. So now we don't have that situation. If we pop over here, we can actually see, I mentioned, oh, we're getting a lot of shotgun ammo, and this would be why. We have actually picked up the shotgun, which is our first weapon we've been able to unlock. So we will head down here now, and this should take us to our final secret of the level. Now, you can't do this before you change over the floodgate using those cogs, because you'll notice shortly that once we get to the actual secret part, it's actually in what would be the ceiling. You can't actually get there until you've flooded this area. But this is quite a good one. You've got quite a lot of ammo and stuff like that. I think there's 4, in fact, pickups for you to get here. In fact, I was wrong. There was only 3, but you get the point. And now we can head out here and we can actually drop back down to where we were at the beginning of the level, almost kill ourselves because I forgot to jump. And we can pretty much just make our way. Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. We can pretty much just make our way. We make our way over the top and into this pool. Now that there's no waterfall, we can actually see there's actually an entrance beyond now. So we can head through there and see what's beyond that. Ooh, and we've got a door opening, closing behind us. And, well, there you go. So the Lost Valley, we did pick up all 5 of the secrets. I was a bit concerned because I didn't quite hear the secret ding, but obviously it did. And yeah, Lost Valley, love the level. As I mentioned, it sort of starts to introduce the more supernatural and the less mundane parts of the franchise. Before, up to that, we were facing off with wolves and maybe seeing a few like mummies and things like that, or mummified people anyway. But now it's like, well, there's actually Velociraptors and T-Rexes that are still alive in this environment. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to my social media in the description, so please jump on there, like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. Big shout out to my Founders Club patron, Caleb. Caleb, thank you so much for helping to make this content possible. And if you at home want to help out, you can do so by jumping on to patreon.com/BobDendry, joining as a member of my YouTube channel, or just leave a super thanks on this video if you want to give a one-off thanks for the content. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Tomb Raider Remastered. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.